some noise and introduce you to the team they brought down here to Knoxville. And let's make some noise for the Hard Knocks Roller Girl All-Stars. Rolling wearing the number 1, 2, 3, 4, Kitty Twister. Number 22, Val Gilmore. Number 26, Barassa Rancher. Number 27, the Captain, Bushwhacker. Number 29, the Co-Captain, Fun Sweet Pea. Number 321, Dash of Sass. Number 333, Black Stabbeth. Number 444, Armored Rose. Number 6, Trans Jam. Number 69, Justin Beater. Number 707, Blue Steel. And number 823, Lidacade. The coaches, Kilty, Constant, and Jamelto. These are the Hard Knocks Roller Girls. Catastrophe. Number 12, Weeble. Number 15, Hannibal Wrecker. Number 16, Mini Militia. Number 181, Poison Ivy. Number 1968, Wiley Coyote. Number 2235, Adam Smasher. The Captain, sponsored by Timepiece Tattoo. Number 27, Asian Invasion. Number 3, Mariah Cherry. Also sponsored by Timepiece Tattoo. Number 4, BOA. Number 42, Thumper. Number 43, Rolly the Riveter. Number 495, Kutsia. Number 76, Rocket City Mel. And number 88, Very Dangerous. The coach, Order 66. These are your Dixie Derby Girls. And for all your photo needs this evening and this afternoon, go to Choose Your Moments Photography. Also a proud sponsor of Wile Coyote. Shutterstruck gonna be out here all over the track taking photos all evening long. And a big shout out to our major sponsor of the year, Grub South. I got to pull out my papers. It's going to be 1968 Wile Coyote standing opposite Dash of Sass. Hard Knocks using the recycle game. Wile Coyote back into the mix. Defense up front for Dixie staying strong. Dashby putting the shoulder and passing off to Asian Invasion. Very dangerous BOA leading the front of the pack. Both teams playing some fantastic defense. Wile E. Coyote hitting the deck, getting popped back up. Finally, blocker to beat. Lead has been established for Dixie. Taking a side swipe there was Wiley. Deciding to call it off after playing to the namesake Bushwhacker. Putting Wiley to the dirt, or I say dirt, what would you call that, the polyurethane? Duncan, to this polyurethane, to the polyurethane. We have a quick official timeout on the floor. Of course, one jam done, one lead made, no points tally. We're gonna reset this. Black Sabbath out there for Hard Knocks. Weeble out there for Dixie. And Weeble makes it 2 in a row going for Dixie. First jammer to break the pack. Able to get the points onto the board. Once again, Dixie defense playing strong here. Kutsia, Rocket City Mel. Roller Riveter led by Adam Smasher there at the front. Deep Recycle trying. Val Kilmore trying to get the track cut. No dice. 4 points onto the board for Weeble. Once again, defense playing strong now, being led to the front by Rocket City Mel. Hard Knocks defense tightening up as well. And with the breakout there coming from Black Sabbath, Dixie trying to put on the offense now, changing directions. Weeble taking a hard shoulder to the outside from Ferociraptor. Helps to force the call off. And now finally, points on the board, 8 points going to Dixie. Have another opportunity to get to see Wile E. Coyote out there on the track, this time standing alongside Trans Jam. Hard Knocks taking a drop back. Trans Jam skipping around the outside, able to grab first lead for Hard Knocks. Dixie playing a little divide and conquer to run a little offense. Offense coming there courtesy of Bushwhacker at the back. Able to grab 4 points. Hard Knocks now on the board. And both teams now finally able to scratch that 0 off the scoreboard. We're going to set back up. Dash of Sass alongside Weeble. Bit of a 1-2 going now on the jam line for Dixie. Both jammers trying to take the same space, not finding anywhere to go. And now going to be 2 in a row going for Hard Knocks. Already 2 apiece in the early goings. Defense playing strong. Kutsia chipping out to the outside, forcing a deep recycle. Buying time at the front for Weeble. 1 left to beat. Able to finally shrug the shoulder. And breaking the pack for 4 points, evening up the game total now. That's gonna be Dash of Sass, 4 points. So we're sitting at 8 points apiece. And Dixie continued to play the 1-2 game between Weeble and Wile E. Coyote. Wile E. Coyote, 3rd time on the track. Wearing 3 threes, that's gonna be Black Sabbath for Hard Knocks. And it's gonna be lead jam status going for Wile E. Coyote. Finally able to break through the front. Sabbath getting deep recycle from the Captaination Invasion. And Little Helper Friends did not come into play that time. It's going to be direction of gameplay going against Asian Invasion. Going to be 3 blockers out there, but 3 blockers strong as Dixie, as Deep Recycle coming again for Hard Knox. Hard Knox respecting the derby environment with all the recycling. And with the breakout of Black Sabbath, the call-off comes from Wile E. Coyote, but not before. Points going on to the board. Don't you have 2 passes? So we're sitting 12-8 in the early goings, back and forth game already. Back and forth once again on the jammer line for Dixie is going to be Weeble out for the 3rd time. Going against Trans Jam. Trans Jam getting low, trying to get by Adam Smasher. Not finding a lot of space. Bushwhacker cleaning up on the outside. Weeble through first, but Trans Jam is going to be your lead jammer. Trans Jam trying to chip off. Weeble is successful. Want to own that lead a little bit here and get some points out of the effort. Of course, both jammers now with the opportunity to score points. 4 going for Weeble on the pass. Trans Jam twirling to the outside, able to keep the skates on the inside. Kutsia drives out. Weeble trying to make the leap through on the inside. Gets caught up and pitched out. Both jammers getting knocked about by the respective defenses. 4 more points going up for Weeble. Advantage coming for Dixie on the non-lead jam. 8-5. Told you, far more interesting game here.
Yeah, no,
a little more back and forth, a lot more strategy going on outside. And don't forget our charity of the bout is Neighborhood Covered. Local food pantry in South Huntsville providing weekly hands up to families in need of assistance. Loving our community, serving our neighbors. First time out on the jam now for Dixie, 181. That's Poison Ivy. Opposite number 321, Dash of Sass. Dash of Sass, of course, been out there already a few times. And Dash Sass is going to make that 4 out of the 7 jams for Hard Knocks taking lead. And drive out there coming courtesy of BOA, being stalled out by Unsweet Tea for the run back. 2 points onto the board, going for Hard Knocks. 20-15 is our score. Already starting to see some penalties going on to the game total for Dixie Derby Girls sitting at 4 and Hard Knocks sitting on 2. And we're going to have first opportunity to see Mariah Cherry out there as the jammer for Dixie. So we got a lot of 3s on the floor. That's a total of 4 between the 2 jammers because opposite, Black Sabbath wears 3 of them. So which player wearing the 3s will get lead? That's going to be Black Sabbath now making that. Wait for it. 3 lead jams in a row now for Hard Knocks. Did you like that?
Yeah.
3? 3, 3, 3?
Yes.
3 leads in a row. Yeah, it's the stuff I like to do over here. I like doing all the little, most people probably don't even pay attention to notice. It makes it fun for me. So after grabbing that lead, Black Sabbath getting stalled out in the defense. Mariah Cherry getting clicked back to the inside, up off the deck now. A lot of physical play happening here. Hard shoulder there coming from Asian Invasion. Bushwhacker once again taking the trip to the outside. Both defenses settled in now. Seeing the usual tandem here, BOA and Asian Invasion, joined by Adam Smasher. Kutsia out there as well, digging in underneath Black Sabbath. And the star has been passed. It's gone to the hands of BOA. BOA, not unfamiliar, playing a jammer. Did a lot of that in her early career. And it's going to be 4 points going onto the board for Hard Knocks. Just 1 point separates these two teams. So what do you say, fans? What do you think about this early action here, back and forth? Definitely getting what you paid for here. Hard-fought roller derby. Jam number 9 is going to bring you Wile E. Coyote and Trans Jam. Trans Jam grabbing that lead. And as Wile E. Coyote coming back into the back, Trans Jam calls off the jam, but not before passing all skaters. You don't have to leave the pack, you just have to pass the hips. So we're gonna have a lead change now. Hard Knocks breaking out with 23 points. It's gonna be their first lead of the evening. Yes! And back into play, jam number 10, Dasher Sass, Weeble. They are our jammers. Weeble finding space on the outside, breaking that 4-lead streak by Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks speeding it up, making Weeble hard. Weeble able to jump the apex, grabbing 4 points and calls off the jam. Weeble, a frequent flyer, taking back the lead. Oh, crap. We should be jotting some of these down. That was a good one. What was that? And we reset. We're going to have Black Sabbath. We're going to have Poison Ivy. Now having to take the reset, going back through the defense. And Black Sabbath with a wicked shoulder shrug into BOA. Once again, I'll just leave you a tip, folks. If you're watching any players on this floor tonight, whether they're wearing a jersey in black or a jersey in white, if they have the number 27, expect the person next to them to be very unhappy about it if they're on the opposing team. These two players have played around a long time, Asian Invasion, Bushwhacker. They've been out here, both of our captains, both some of the most fierce derby competitors I have seen in this game. So 2 points going on the board for Hard Knocks, bringing us 24 apiece. First time out, Mini Militia having an opportunity now to jam out there alongside Trans Jam. Mini Militia, one left to beat. Difficult one to beat. Does finally clear, gets up off the deck. Already established lead against Unsweet Tea there, so able to get back up there. Trans Jam having a very difficult time now, finding on the back of Kutsia. And with a drawback there, Adam Smasher able to get the first Power Jam opportunity of the evening, going in favor of Dixie. once again, one left to beat. It's number 27. Got the out-of-play call coming there from Override. Clearing the last pack. Mini Militia calls off the jam. Every point on this floor is going to be hard to get. And taking back the lead now, Dixie gonna field Wile E. Coyote in the power start. Hard Knocks trying to get out front, standing by a little bit of time with a little bit of a speed game. No pack call, gonna lose one of those blockers is Hard Knocks for blocking out of play. Wile E. Coyote, and Trans Jam coming back into the defense. Kutsia doing the chip out, Smash doing the rollback, and Wile E. Coyote through for another pass. Unsweet Tea, a tenured skater out here for Hard Knocks. Wiley definitely knows that number 29 very well. Getting to know it even better now, the outplay call. Defense stands strong for Dixie. Once again, the recycle game. Smash dropping back, helping to buy the time up front. Hard Knocks trying to do the same. Age Invasion cleaning up. Star has been passed. Justin Beater now your jammer for Hard Knocks. Having to get past Asian Invasion, throwing the chest in there. Kutsia trying to do the same, buying as much time as possible for Wile E. Coyote to get back into the mix. And a chip out to the inside forces the call off. 4 more points onto the board, bringing the jam total to 12. And a good one there for Justin Beater, able to grab 1 point back and the end of the play. 40-25 is the score. So we're going to have a team timeout going to the Dixie bench. And while we have this team timeout, I'm going to give a shout out to our skating officials: Zero Factorial, Override, Throb Zombie, Catatat, General Lee Wong, Guitarzan, and our NSOs are the Oddfather, Ad Astra, Ought to Know Better, Nymphomaniac, Pumpkin, Peter Parker, Slylingual, Killer Bree, Katie, and Shannon. And Lady Luck. I see Lady Luck over there too. And I've been a little surprised. We have our diehard fans down there at the other end. There's a certain person down there I haven't heard yet tonight. I'm a little surprised. No, there's a horn, but I haven't heard the Vuvuzela from our Miss Tree down there. That is. And I want to shout out to our diehard friends, Dixie and Eric Henson. Also Heidi Henson, Kelly D. Zakuna, Kip Shepard, Ramey D's the Rayminator, and Wiley's mom, Teresa Gray. And also to all our folks here with Grub South. All right, we're once again going to have an opportunity to see Weeble out there on the jam line against Dash of Sass. Both teams patrolling the edge as well. Oh, and with the recycle comes an open space. Weeble takes advantage. That is now 5 leads in a row going for Dixie. Weeble going in the mix, getting stood up by Sweet Tea. And gonna get a blocking with the head now going against Sweet Tea on that one. 2 points going onto the board. 42-25 is where we sit. Going to take a quick look at the penalties. So we're still sitting on about 4 for Dixie. Now starting to see some penalties climb on to Hard Knox. They've got a team total of 6 now. So still a fairly clean game with as hard hitting as it's been so far. No, I said 42-25. And it's going to be Poison Ivy through to the inside. 6 in a row now going for Dixie. And with the scoring pass, calls off the jam. 4 more points onto the board. No, they just put 5 up there. That's wrong. Okay. So going to be 5 points in the jam, bringing the game total to 46. Hard Knocks 25. One of the most low-scoring games I've seen in quite some time. Big testament to the defenders out there on the floor. We pay a lot of attention to the jammers, but it's really the defense that's helping to create this low-scoring game on both teams. Mini Militia trying to drive out the defense at the front, getting put to the deck. Getting drawn back and losing the skater in the pack. Was Mini Militia going to take the first jammer penalty of the evening for Dixie. Dash of Sass hitting the deck hard on the inside. Hannibal Wrecker, very dangerous. Last 2 left out there. Finally, lead has been established for Hard Knocks, but not after almost 45 seconds had gone off the clock. And taking a trip to the outside, Dash of Sass calls off the jam. Freezing Mini Militia in the box, looking to get a power start here, is Hard Knocks. Jack, if you see like a big ass head on one of these, go ahead and jot that one down. We should have been jotting some more down. Told you, big difference in this game, isn't it? Yeah, no. And taking the quick draw back, trying to divide the pack, was Hard Knocks. Got onto the hip of Adam Smasher. That offensive effort deployed by Hard Knocks, able to win a jammer to the box. But they do not win lead as first out of the back, Mini Militia for Dixie. Yeah, that's a good one. And losing another blocker out of the penalty box. Who's going to offer a pack destruction. Mini Militia pinballing through this fast pack defense. Black Sabbath getting into the mix as well now. Trading off some points as Mini Militia breaks the pack. Continues to run this out as we have traded off points. Now clearing the decks, Asian Invasion BOA 1-2 in it right now. As a track cut now going against Mini Militia. Going off the penalty box with that lead jammer status as Black Sabbath continues to grind it out against this defense. Tries to take a break. The Asian Invasion says there are no breaks in Derby. Hard Knocks trying to play a little divide and conquer offense. Does work out as the star has been passed. On Sweet Tea, now the jammer of record. Second star pass of the evening for Hard Knocks. Now looking to try and play a little bit of offense. All skaters out here on the floor as the clock comes to its conclusion. And on the final pass is 3 and 2, or what our points are going to be. Advantage going to go for Hard Knocks in that jam. Once again, defense is strong from these two teams. And we have a team timeout going for Hard Knocks. Game has been just turning over that clock rapidly. We are sitting at a frozen 5:42. Don't forget, we have Chugaduck, the last chance to win anything with Chugaduck here at the intermission of this game. So go ahead and get your ducks. 1 for 2 or 4 for 5. Hey, and I see a photographer out there in the middle, Shutterstruck, out there taking photos for Dixie. One of the proud sponsors of the Dixie Derby Girls is Shutterstruck at Choose Your Moments Photography. Book Shutterstruck for your next event. Capture your life one click at a time. I also want to give a shout out to Minuteman Press. And of course, major bout sponsor of the year, Grub South. We have Wiley Coyote out there for the Dixie Derby Girls alongside Ferociraptor. Ferociraptor, first time they have taken jammer duties so far this game. And breaking out at the front, it's going to be Wiley Coyote. Velociraptor putting some strong push on that Dixie defense, but the defense is bend but don't break. As Wiley Coyote comes out low through the middle, grabbing 4 points into the Dixie lead. And coming back into the pack one more time is Wiley Coyote. Yeah, they missed a pass over there. She actually had 2 passes. Yeah, she actually had 2 passes for points. And 4 more points on the board. 57-38, 4-17 is where we are as the jam comes into play. Dash of Sass, Weeble, they are the jammers. We have a direction going against Smash. Weeble finally breaks the front of the pack against Unsweet Tea, grabs lead for Dixie. 3 in a row now for the hometown team. Weeble trying to play a little shake and bake. 2 blockers left there on the track. Dash of Sass coming around the outside, getting 3 points on to the board. Matching the there are some weird point totals going on. That should have been 3 and 3. Actually, it should have been 4 and 4. So we're going to have the clock freeze at 3:28, 60-41. That is the score. Yeah, there's some weird going on here. I've had to do some corrections over here. While we have an opportunity, going to revisit the penalty totals here. Hard Knocks sitting on 7 penalties. Nobody really with any well-defined trouble over here. Have a couple of players on Dixie sitting on 3 penalties apiece. Already looking at 12 total penalties going against Dixie. Poison Ivy out there. Poison Ivy, 1 blocker to beat, and does to grab lead jammer status. And both teams finally trying to clear the decks of their penalties. All available skaters now out here as Poison Ivy hits the deck, calls off the jam. But not before 4 points go into the game total. 64-41. That 12-point jam back in jam number 13 being the big breakout jam here so far in the first half for the Dixie Derby girls. We have a 1-6, we have a 6. Those are our jammers. This is Mini Militia. It's Trans Jam trying to get it into the body. Tip it sideways into the front of Dixie. Able to use that sideways momentum to grab lead jammer status. Hard Knox doing really well in the early goings, grabbing lead. This lead jam only being the second lead they've had in the last 11 jams. And putting 3 points onto the board, calling off the jam. Once again, unbelievably low score here in the early goings. I'm a fan of defense, and I am finding fantastic derby play out here. What about you, fans? What do you think about the game you've got so far? And we got Weeble. Weeble breaking the front. Weeble is your lead. Dash Assassin still stuck in the defense. Asian look at the roll. The offense in there for Weeble. Weeble picking and popping through it. Clears the last blocker. Calls off the jam. Dash Assassin coming in hot, but not able to get past the hips of BOA. And we have the official review signal coming from the Dixie bench. And with the coach and the captain still staying out there on the track, I'll go on a limb here and say, this is not going to be just used strictly as a timeout. Don't forget, you still have an opportunity now. That clock stopped, gives you time to go over there and get your Chuck-a-Duck. Final round coming up here at halftime. That is 1 for 2, 4 for 5. Those are numbers, those are dollars. Go over there, talk to them, figure out which way that matches up.
It is what it is.
I love doing stuff like that.
If you go out on a limb, it's the tree damaged by erosion.
I love doing stuff like that. If you ever go back and listen to me on these things,
Yeah.
That's all I do is I sit there and I love playing those little word things and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget, Minuteman Brass, one of our sponsors alongside Grub South, one of the Rock City Rebels this afternoon sponsor, Origami Al. Of course, our next home bout be May 18th. Come on out, enjoy some more games. This has been fantastic so far. This has been an amazing game. 68-44, rarely have I seen a game this low scoring in quite some time. Good coordination between these packs out here on this defense. Even when they get broken up by penalties and they reset in gameplay, still doing a fantastic job of reconnecting. Big props to the training and the coaches for these respective teams being able to get that coordination out here on the track. And if you got time, go over there, get you some merch. Go to our vendor village, buy some things. That's how we make this possible. Your ticket sales and our merchandise sales, it's almost kind of like musical acts, you know? They make most of their money on the merch, so go over there and make some money for some folks. Show them how much you like it with your dollars. Charging.
The
Okay.
official review is that
No eyes on the play?
Well, no, another black blocker had hit the white blocker, and then they
okay.
ran into the other black blocker.
Gotcha. Cool. All right, so we're back in the play. Poison Ivy out there in the jam. Black Sabbath out there as well. The official review, Dixie was looking to get a charging penalty against Hard Knocks. It was determined that the Hard Knocks player was directed into contact by a Dixie blocker. Therefore, ceding responsibility of the action to the initiator. And after a little bit of confusion here at the back for the penalty call, late jam going for Poison Ivy. And as the period clock ends, we are in jam time. Free derby, folks. We're in some free derby. Poison Ivy turning the hips, finally clearing past Bushwhacker. Black Sabbath doing the same, able to clear points. Gonna go ahead and keep the differential where it was before the jam started. So at intermission, 4 more points onto the board, 72-48. And here in just a moment, join me out on the floor for the Chug It Up.
That was good.
Yeah, dude, this has been a good one.
I'm out. Put those up, let that reduce drive for just a minute so we can see it.